I'm hungry, and I've got a pretty big day today where I don't want to fill my body with a lot of processed items. So this morning I'm going to make a furikake fried egg sandwich. For the eggs themselves, I'm going to need butter. I'm going to use 2 eggs. These are farm fresh eggs from my friend Kayla at Jackalope Wild. I'm going to need furikake. Furikake is a Japanese seaweed blend with sesame seeds in it. I'm also going to use a generous sprinkling of salt. First, I'm going to get a pan nice and hot. I'm going to use the medium-high setting as opposed to medium because I really want things to heat up quickly to get that nice fried layer. Into the pan that's heating up, I'm going to put probably about half a tablespoon of butter. I like to use a lot of butter. I'm going to let that butter melt down until it is nice and liquid. And then I want to let it heat until you can see visible bubbles inside the pan. The butter is nice and liquidy now, and as you can see, it's starting to bubble just on the surface. This is the perfect time to put in eggs. Probably should have let it heat for just a little bit longer. I really want it to sizzle as soon as it hits the pan. But I'm also hungry. This won't hurt things at all. That one's a big one. All right, I'm gonna let those cook on one side for just a while. I really want the bottom to get nice and hard while the top stays nice and liquidy. There we go. That's what we like to see. We want it to be bubbling underneath. While it's bubbling, I'm gonna put on a generous sprinkle of salt. And it should be loose enough on the bottom that I can flip it without too much effort. There we go, yolks unbroken. I like to have slightly runny yolks in my fried eggs. Not too runny, but enough that it's not this solid paste that yolk gets when it's fully hard. You can see that there's a bit of browning around the edges right here in the lacy areas. That's what we're looking for the whole egg when we actually have it finally cooked. All right, that's starting to look crispy. Let's flip it over. Yeah, look at that. That's the browning that we want to see on the egg. It's gentle, it's not burnt, but it's nice and crispy. It'll give you just that nice little texture that goes so nicely with fried eggs. All right, it smells like they're probably done, so let's get that off the heat. For the sandwich itself, I'm using some store-bought bread. If I were more ambitious, I would make homemade bread, but I am not. I'm just hungry. I'm gonna use some store-bought mayo. Also, again, I could make my own, but I'm hungry, not ambitious. The mayo gives a good base to eggs. Mayo is made out of eggs, so it has that sort of like egg flavor, but it melds it with this tanginess. On top of that, I'm going to place the fried eggs. Now, you may notice that these don't have furikake on them. That's because I got distracted and forgot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little layer of this sambal olik, which is similar to sriracha. I don't remember if it's the same thing or not. I think they might be slightly different, but it's a chili garlic paste and it's spicy. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit of that chili garlic paste on that, give it a nice smear. I'm kind of a wimp, so I don't want to put on too much. That'll give a nice surface for the furikake to stick to. If we did it in the pan, it would have stuck to all the oil before it got a little bit cooler, and that would have been nice. There we go, furikake. And that's a sandwich. Delicious. I cannot wait to dig into this.